Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. We're gonna be talking about first steps the day this patch hits. We got some changes coming to the game, some stuff that we absolutely know about, some stuff that we can at least speculate about a little bit. But regardless of what's coming or not, these are definite steps in my mind I think you're going to want to do to make sure that you optimize what you're doing at least the first few days, if not the first 24 hours. So if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. Always post content there, chat about the game. Easiest way to kind of get a hold of me and follow for content. Or if you've got any comments that you want to say, hey, I like this type of video, etc., you can put that there in Discord or comment below. Up to you, whatever's easiest for you. Remember on like button, subscribe, notifications, all that kind of stuff too if you want. All right, so let's go check this out.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so this probably goes without saying, but make sure you look at the patch notes first off. Get it, or talk to somebody who's read them. Either way, understand what's changed. Obviously, they've got some pre-patch notes out there. We know we're getting a new zone, some level caps, a Blitz change. We know Magic's coming at some point. We'll get into that a little bit more. Whether it's the first day or not is currently yet to be seen, but we know there's a number of things coming. So make sure you do that, right? And now I personally don't think Magic is going to be coming right away. The reason I say that is because I think about what I would do if I was a developer or a game developer. For right now, there's a lot of people who've been playing since soft launch that are kind of looking for new content. They want new things. They want to level up Magic, but you can quickly run out of things to do in a game like this if all you're doing is running on a treadmill for 2 months or 3 months or whatever. So you want to try to insert new things, ideally in my mind, once a month, right? Not necessarily a new character every month, but in this case, we've got some content coming with the new zone, Blitz, etc., and Magic. So to me, I drop the content, meaning the new zone, changing to the Dark Zone Channel 3 to PvE, whatever experience is happening with that, and we'll talk about that, and then the Blitz as well. Let that sit and, you know, everybody enjoy that for, I don't know, a month, a few weeks at least. Make sure that that's keeping people busy. And then if you've got Magic ready, and my mind is, if I was doing it, I'd have Magic ready. I would drop her in once I saw people kind of just running out of stuff to do. But make sure you read those notes as far as what's in the game so you can kind of see, depending where you're at, like, all right, this is this. I understand some of these things. Okay, Magic's here or she's not here. This is what I'm going to be doing. So the next part in my mind, let's say Magic is in the game. She starts off in the game hypothetically. I still think that this is what you should do in your next step. You spend 10-15 minutes knowing what's in the patch, all the things. You don't have to calculate everything, but you know it's there. You see Magic's there. What I would do is I would take my current main, whoever I have maining right now. I'm Black Widow. You can see her on the screen just running around auto farming. I would take that character and level them through the new zone. Get that character to the new cap. All right. Now, I want to do that because, look, everybody's different. Even if you know life, and what that means is you're literally only playing the game for 24 hours leveling Magic, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who are able to do that. You know, a bunch of content creators will be able to do it. I would level your main to the cap. Again, level your main to the cap, because unless you've got a ton of stuff saved for Magic and you're going to immediately get her to, let's just say 800, 1 million power, and level her within 24 hours to level cap, whatever it is, let's call it 110, you're going to have several days or maybe even a week where you need your main to be able to do, you know, the end game stuff, to get the best rankings, to, you know, do well in Dimension Duel, to go into Dark Zone and do whatever's happening there, to do the raids properly. So for that reason alone, I'm like, all right, look, she might be there, but I want to make sure that my current main is at the cap so that I can do all the end game stuff while I'm bringing up another character, Magic in this case, right? Or potentially Magic. So I highly recommend doing that, because I think it's key to make sure that you keep your rewards as high as you can. One of those two I didn't mention was the most wanted. You know, the higher level your person is the more end game most wanted that you're gonna get. And I think I already did mine, but when you're looking at these, no, I didn't. I got to do this still. So see how this is like 400, 400 squad XP. And then I've got 500 squad XP and I've got 500 squad XP. So what that tells me then is, if I get, maybe when magic comes in, I'll get level 93 through 100 enemies. And this, I can get anywhere from 500 to 600. So I want to quickly be able to do that every day. And if I know I can't get magic up right away, I want to make sure that I'm doing those most wanted dailies to get the best tiered characters. Okay. And on top of that, I also what if the new zone has cards that are like top notch, right? You want to be able to farm that zone. And if you're taking 24 plus hours to level magic, she's not necessarily going to be able to do that in the zone right away. So I would definitely say make sure to look or to get that character up, get it quick so you can do the end game stuff while you're bringing up magic. Okay, so part of what the patch notes should say, it has to do with Dark Zone. Now, we know that, Channel 3 is going to go PvE. Now, even regardless of where you're playing and what you're doing, what I would say is make sure that you're understanding the changes in there. I mentioned that early on, but you need to understand how you're going to get it and what your plan is to get it. So one of the things that we know is coming is Dark Zone XP. My anticipation is whatever this XP thing is it's going to be critical for the end game content. You're going to need it to get further on. It could be the invasion stuff that you need it for. Who knows? But I think it's going to be something that you definitely need to be able to do and understand, and I'd say optimize to be able to get that end game stuff. So one of the things you want to pay attention to in the patch notes is specifically the that Dark Zone XP. So when you see that, how do you get it? What are you going to do? Do you need your alliance? Do you need to be in double points? Do you need to be doing things for PvE? Are you not strong enough, or you hate PvP so much that you need to be in zone 3? But maybe double points versus single points doesn't matter as far as the XP goes. So you can go in at any time. So you're just going to go in at any time to not compete with other people. Whatever that thing might be, make sure that you think about that, plan for that, because I do think and I do expect fully that that part of the game will be critical for making sure that you're able to get to the end game, to do invasion and get the best things from invasion and be able to progress further in the game. So Dark Zone XP, understand how you're going to do it, make a plan with your alliance mates or yourself or whatever you're doing so that you can optimize that. All right, so this is the part where, in my mind, I'm leveling up other tunes. Now, if Magic's in the game and, I want to bring her up, but maybe I haven't saved a bunch of stuff, this is when I may be bringing her up. Or I'm bringing up, I'm probably bringing her up first because you could get the most squad power from that versus bringing her up later. You get you can get her to level 30, 40, whatever. And then from there, you can actually, and you'll get decent squad power from there. And then if you want to go get your other characters up further, whatever, that part I don't think necessarily matters, other than maybe bringing her up to level 40 or so that you can get the early on squad power and some of those fury plans, pim logs, all those kind of things. So now if you do have a ton of stuff saved for magic, a bunch of boxes, you've saved a bunch of things to open, draws, whatever, all so that you could get, magic ready, then in my mind, this is the point you're leveling her. So, but again, you might need to be no life in it. Again, you've got a bunch of stuff saved up so that you can immediately get her to 800K, a million power, so that you're actually competing with her. And you're hoping that she's actually, the meta tune or close to meta or towards the top of Dark Dimension or Dimension Duel type capabilities. And that's why you save for it. We'll see. I'm not sure how they're going to do this game where when they drop new tunes, if they're just going to be better than everybody else right away. Because if they do that, then everyone's just going to kind of hoard stuff forever for the next tune. So I'm hoping they just properly balance her and make sure that it's one of those things where, she's strong enough where she can compete with other characters, but she's not so OP that she's just immediately crushing everybody. Because that would, I think, feel bad. And I think it would cause a lot of people to not spend money in the game or be hesitant to spend money, or people who are just dying to stay on top will constantly spend money, which I suppose fine. And I guess that's good for Netmarble, but I don't know how, long-term stable that is for the game. We'll see. So, like I said, you got to have a ton of stuff to do that. You've got to really, think about, if you want to put all that time into it right away. But like I mentioned earlier, I'd rather make sure to start that my current maintenance, and meaning Dimension Duel, Most Wanted, all those things I've already mentioned, are being sustained. And then I go into my magic and level her up and not stress about it too much. Even if I wanted to main her, I'd probably do that. Again, the minor exception might be if I'm actually going to go ahead and, I've got a ton of stuff saved up for her. That's probably the only exception. Okay. So another aspect that they talked about in the patch notes that we've seen so far, the Blitz changes. So in the Blitz changes, or the Blitz format, there's something happening where it appears that we're not going to have to run Blitz as often, or maybe we're going to have to run just the highest level. I don't know. Thinking's probably going to happen is you're probably going to get less Convergium. This stuff that you need for everything in the game that runs out very quickly, especially when you're getting a nano gear. This stuff runs out like crazy. Okay, so right now, a lot of people get that stuff from when they're running blitzes. You run 3 blitzes all the way from level 20 through level 100, right? So if they change that where you're only able to run, say, 3 blitzes a day or 5 blitzes or 6 blitzes a day, and you get to pick, and depending which blitz you run, you get higher tier rewards, it's going to severely change how much Convergium you get. I don't expect them to give you the same amount of Convergium because I think they're trying to make that sort of a bottleneck. How are you going to make up that amount? Because like I said, you do need it, right? So if you do need it, and it's not happening, for me, one of the best ways to do it is farm overnight or farm during the day while you're working. I mean, unless you have a gigantic inventory, you're going to fill up. So eventually you stop getting badges. Some people do certain things to be able to get that to work. I won't talk about that here, but maybe you wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and you click dismantle real quick. I don't know. Either way, that's one option. Or during the day when you're at work and you're not really paying attention to the game, maybe you've got them in a certain spot where it's, you got it on your desk or whatever, and you can just, you're not really doing anything. You're still working, dismantle when you can. It's every few hours or whatever. And so it's like you're focused on work, but that's there. Now your phone will get hot. You're going to have to be charged in, blah, blah, blah. If you need it for anything else, whatever. But you need to think about what you're going to do, how you're going to make up that Convergium. It's likely going to be AFK farming, honestly. That's what I'm going to say. But I talked to some people who run the numbers on it. So if you don't really want to do the numbers or math yourself, you'll definitely tell that, right? So the last thing I want to say is this is probably the most important aspect of it, is have fun. I've been trying to preach this since soft launch, is do what works best for you, but have fun with the game, okay? The game seems to be a pay to progress faster. You can still, I haven't spent a ton of money. I was free to play in soft launch. I spent a little bit of money afterwards, but not a ton. You can see I'm 840k power. Not a ton. I've got no nanos. I've still, need one more red on my head. And I've got gear to try to nano, but I'm trying to get good ones, like a kind of optimal piece, before I start nanoing it. So that's kind of where I'm at with stuff, and that's not with spending a lot of money. So, I think that you can probably play this game pretty well where you're able to do, and have fun and still progress decently in the game. So I'm always going to preach nonstop, have fun in the game, do cool things that makes you have a good time. Because, if you get burnt out or you're not having a good time, it's kind of like, you're not going to play anymore. And I think all of us want to make sure that all of us are playing more. There's fun to do PvP stuff, fight each other, duke it out, all that kind of stuff, but go have fun, right? All right, so that's all I got for this video. I hope you find it helpful. Let me know if you've got other tips or tactics that you're planning on doing day one. Did I miss something specifically that you think, how did you not mention this? Please comment below on that or share it on the Discord. I'd love for people to make sure that there's, other things that they've got to do to optimize their day one in once the patch hits. So like I mentioned, Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, notification bells, subscription buttons, all that kind of stuff. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.